Please evacuate the area. Please evacuate the area.
Well, hello, look. If we have a menage a trois.
I'm the piggy in the middle.
Yes, you are.
I like it. Would you like to pull my springy tail?
Squeal, piggy, squeal.
Squeal, piggy, squeal. How are you? You doing all right? How's your mother? What's she up to? She doing all right? Oh, you tell her I send my love.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
She's been sending me texts. Dirty texts from your mother.
When we first started doing Minis, as we used to call them, on this channel,
Back in the
day, the very first one that we ever did was called Play Your Carts Right, which is an original format created by Mr. Paul Gannon.
Not at all stolen from a popular ITV series or an American show called Card Sharks.
And we thought, well, it's long overdue. We did it again, this time with Sanja.
Yes.
Who knows nothing about cartridges or video games.
I feel slightly nervous because I've got no idea how to play this game.
Oh, it's going to be very simple. I'll explain.
And I know nothing about these games either.
Oh, well, don't worry about that. You will not need to have knowledge of video games,
Oh, perfect.
videos, or the concept of reality to play this game.
In that case, I'll be right at home.
So this is a flashback to the early days of this channel.
Yeah.
The early post-Digitiser the show days.
The fledgling days where you're just trying to scratch around and figure out what you do next.
Lemon Eyes is here.
Lemon eyes. About your lemon eyes, caught up in your wishing well. What are you doing? I like it.
Lemon Eyes here.
I feel sorry for you
Does
sometimes.
his voice make you go funny?
Yeah, but I mean, this voice
gives
as
me
well.
tingles.
All his voices make me go funny.
I just happen to be here.
What how have you been, Lemon Eyes? What have you been up to lately?
I put lemons in my eyes.
When you go away, do you say to people, I'll be back in a jiff? Sorry, that only was for me, that one.
What?
Yeah.
What to get?
When you hurt yourself, do you get lemonade? Is that what you do? Eh?
What to get?
Oh yeah, do you bleed lemonade?
What? No.
When you scratch the top, do you take the piff?
Where do lemons go on? Where do lemons?
Yeah, where the lemons?
Go on holiday.
I don't know, where do lemons go on holiday?
Ibiza.
Yeah, Ibiza, it's a good place. This time of year, it's quite cheap.
Lemon trill.
Well, no, I don't know that one. Do you have like lime eyes? Do you have like a bunch of...
Do you know what? I was thinking about that today.
Yeah, you should get some
I
limes.
was like, we
Ridiculous.
need
Isn't there some limes there? Isn't that one?
You can't do it with limes. It doesn't.
pirate.
You can't do it with limes.
You can't do it
You
with
can't
limes.
do it with limes.
What about orange? We've got
No,
oranges as well.
it's the only
Melons.
No, it's the only. Sit down, please.
Blood orange, I'm for it. I'm all for it.
You can't do it with anything else other than lemons. No, stop stealing
I'm
my
all for
character, Sanja.
Orange and lime eyes. Here we go.
No, this is disgusting. Oh, it's like lime clops.
I am lime clops. I see you in the middle of my maze.
Fine. Go on, beat and join them.
Oh, hello.
Aren't you glad I came along today?
Yes, I was just downloading stuff from LimeWire, my favourite torrent site of the early 2000s. Hello. Oh,
The future is orange.
Lemon eyes here.
hello. I'm lime clops.
Lime club.
Got one line.
Yeah.
One line.
Science.
Anyway, we're doing Play Your Carts Right. So I'm going to show you this top cart, and then based on my feelings towards it, you have to guess, without seeing it, if the next cart is better in my estimation or poorer
In your estimation.
in my
So it's
estimation.
entirely
So
subjective.
not anyone else's.
Absolutely.
No one else's opinion counts in this game.
I mean, I was going to go online and look for
Great
reviews.
catchphrase. Remember, no one else's opinion counts in this game.
So here's the first cart on the top, and it is Batman for the Game Boy by who is it? I literally can't. Sunsoft. Did you ever play this?
Probably, yeah.
Did you ever play it?
I mean, that would have been, what, 1989?
89. This is based on the movie. It's
Game
a good
Boy.
little platform, this, but you play a tiny little Batman and you're jumping all around. It's very similar in some respects to Super Mario World in terms of sprite size and stuff, but it's a very enjoyable game.
Is it?
Yes. Have you never played it?
I actually don't think I have now that you say it. Has it got a driving section?
No, it's just all platforming. It's all
that
it's,
era.
it's not a beat 'em up, but it's got platform. It's a bit Mega Man-y-ish at times. It's all right.
Can he duck? Mega Man could never
Can he
duck.
squat? No. Why
Mega
can't
Man could never squat, and it always bugged me.
I
How
don't
did he do a
actually.
poo?
Well, good question.
He just legs open in the
Get
middle of a
an
field.
ejection.
Constipated man, more like,
That's why he always stood like that, innit? It's like,
with his legs apart.
so for a robot of the future, why can't you design it to squat? Be a good
Well, was he a
tactical-
robot? Was that a suit? Was that an exoskeleton?
I don't know what the
But still, if it's from
backstory
the
is.
future, you'd think an exoskeleton could squat.
Maybe,
Knees on your robot, mate.
maybe they've done away with pooing in the future. It just
Yeah.
burns up inside. That would be good if you could take a pill and it would. But then I like.
But then where would it go? Because it's still burning up inside, and I like having a poo.
Yeah.
Too many. Poos are too popular.
Don't do away with pooing. You can do away with weeing. That's a chore. Anyway,
All right.
tell us about this.
So that's it. It's a decent little platformer, very highly regarded, got good reviews at the time. I like it. I do like it. It's fun. I can breeze through it. It's not too difficult. A bit hard at the end.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Do you like Super Mario Land?
I do.
Do you like this as much?
No, which might
Can
help
you
you
tell
out.
what the next game is, Paul?
Can you tell? I mean, I can tell you it's a
No,
Game
not-
Boy Color game instantly
Clear cart.
because it's a clear cart. But is this going to be better than Batman? So
Oh,
Batman is a classic.
it is a classic. It's
says
much
the
loved.
video game expert at the end.
I know enough to know that Batman is a classic.
No, I don't know if that's a classic.
No, compared to a
is
lot
now.
of other Batman games that came out at the time, I would say this is
Really?
probably reasonably well regarded
Better-
for the Game Boy. At
Better
least.
than the isometric one? Don't think so.
Well, that was for the Spectrum or something, wasn't it? Return of the Joker, well, that wasn't it?
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not comparing it to that. I'm comparing it to the
Right.
console computer at the time, based on specifically the
On
Tim
the
Burton.
console.
Yes, I was basically on the chicka-chicka-chicka.
I'm going to say the next. Well, no, Sanja, go
So-
on.
No, I want to hear what you say.
I'm going to say the next one's better.
You're going to say this one's better than Batman. What do you think? Is it better or worse than Batman? It's all subjective, so but I will be honest to my
I have
feelings.
to read your energy. Looks like you're nodding. I'm going to say it's worse.
You're going to say it's worse. Okay,
Yeah.
well then the game is Micro Machines
Better.
1 and 2, and it is better.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's the look of the draw and my subjective opinions.
But it's a good port.
It's a good port, 1 and 2, twin turbo. I don't know what the twin turbo means.
It's two of them.
They have
Two.
two
Oh, yes, that
buttons.
makes sense.
It's two
I hadn't
games.
thought about that. Yeah, it's two games in one. And this is the top-down Micro Machines where you get
classic. We on the Mega Drive version, we wasted so many hours in the Digitiser office
playing that. It's an incredibly compulsive game, isn't
Yes.
it? You can't just once you get into it, it's hard to put down.
In fact, didn't we played it on Digi Level 2? Coming up soon.
Coming up soon, I'm not going to say who won, but I won. So, spoilers.
Did you?
Yeah, I kicked your ass.
Did we have a tournament?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's been
In
so
fact,
long.
I think I cleaned the decks with everyone.
All right.
I think,
Okay.
yeah,
Look,
it's
well,
not
it's
good.
a useless life skill, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
it
can
is.
I can actually drive a real car, so
That is true. I haven't been behind the wheel of a car in like 23 years.
Same.
have you both got driver's licenses?
I learned to drive in America, but I never got an international license.
And you learned to
I
drive
learned
in
to drive in
Italy.
Italy.
What is going on here?
It's just we don't like driving in this country. We think it's Begsy.
I learned to drive in England.
You drove on the wrong side of the road. Right, so Micro Machines 1 and 2. Is it a Codemasters game? Yes, it was.
Yes, indeed.
And Codemasters, a British company.
Yes.
Yes, and this is one of the lovely colour Game Boy games.
I went for lunch once with one of the darlings.
I think I say Daleks then.
Oh, what a darling.
They were the
I
darling
was going to say
brothers.
with one of the micro machines.
Well, they were the people who founded Codemasters,
Yeah.
and there were two of them. Are they still a thing?
Is Codemasters still in existence?
I don't know, do I?
What is a Codemaster?
Where's the company? Company name.
Oh,
It's like saying, what is a Microsoft? Paul knows.
What is an apple?
Yeah, it's the company. It was founded by the Darling brothers. of May.
Their mother was Wendy Darling from the Peter Pan book.
And their dad was Peter Pan.
Yeah, it's true.
Cool.
These are all facts you can look up on Wikipedia as soon as we get on and edit it right now.
Dun dun.
Right, so Micro Machines, a lovely top-down racer, lots of fun. Oh, it was a staple on many consoles over the generations. But is the next cart on this stack going to be better or worse, in my opinion? And I like this a lot.
Oh, are we allowed to ask you what you'd rate it out of 10?
No, you know what? You can.
Oh, okay. All right. What would you rate Micro Machines out of 10?
I refuse to answer. No, I will give that 8 out of 10. And I'll give Batman 6, if this helps. So that's an 8.
That does help.
That does help. Thank you.
That does help.
That actually gives some structure to this that I hadn't thought about. So, what do you think the next one's going to be?
It doesn't
You
help
get to answer
enough.
Next one.
It doesn't help enough.
So that's an 8.
Yeah, that's quite high.
I'll tell you what as well.
So it's easy to go lower.
Yeah.
Not too far to go higher. It would have to be pretty good to go higher.
Yeah. But is this going to be good enough to beat Micro Machines, which is a solid 8?
I'm going to say lower.
Lower. What about you?
Lower.
Lower. Lower. And the answer is Donkey Kong. Higher. Considerably higher. This is a 10. This is a 10. This is one of the first Game Boy games I actually bothered to want to complete all the way through.
Is it the actual the arcade adaptation with all the extra levels? Is that what
Yes,
that is?
it's the thing that became eventually the Mario Minis versus Donkey Kong games. But effectively, you get the first, 3 levels of Donkey Kong on this, and you think, is that all you're getting? No. Then it becomes a story where there's like puzzle platforming and items to collect and a nice little story running through it. And when you put this in your Game Boy Color, it gave it a proper Donkey Kong arcade border and put colours onto it because it was properly formatted for colour. In fact, that says Super Game Boy, which is the Super Game Boy version of this game.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Were you picking these out randomly, or did you make the...
I made this stack.
Oh, well, in that case, I'd have said that was bloody high if I'd have known you'd done it yourself. If
I
knew
told
I was
you
trying to
beforehand.
outthink you.
Yeah, but I told you beforehand I did
now
that.
you
Listening?
can start out thinking.
Yeah.
Now you can start
Now I
out
can
thinking.
start. Could you stop palpating those 2 rather large, juicy
You
oranges?
know what? It
Out of,
was-
the, out of my eye. It's very distracting.
Sitting there.
I know. It's like... You- Please. Not
You can't do that in public.
Not the time or place.
You'll get another strike on this video.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
That's what everyone was.
Well, look, there's not
Okay,
much
so
to
that's
say.
the perfect game for you.
If
in
this is
your
a 10,
opinion.
this is a 10, so this should
Alright.
make the next one very easy for you.
Yeah,
So,
unless it's the same.
Has anyone got any points yet? You got a point, didn't
No,
you?
I got them all
I got a
wrong.
point.
For that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 1 point then. That's good. So, all right.
Failing miserably.
Donkey Kong, one of the finest Game Boy games to this day.
Donkey Kongly.
Donkey Kongly. Next card then.
Donkey.
Is Donkey Kong short for Donkey Kongolese? As in the
No, it's short for
Don Kongly
Don
only.
Kongly. Don Kongly Kongleys.
Don Kongoli.
Who is the most deadly mafia monkey around?
Don Key Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Don Conglione.
Don Quixote.
Yeah,
Don Conglione.
Okay.
we got there in the end. That's all that matters. Right, so this is an easy one then. Do you think this is going to be better or worse than Donkey Kong?
Worse.
This cart
Yeah,
here?
you could be tricking us because it could be the same.
I think
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. The next cart might be on par with it.
That's what I mean.
Not
Yeah,
for this game.
it could be another 10.
Could be another 10.
Okay. Can I ask for a clue?
I know what it is.
How many 10s are there in this pile?
I don't know.
Are there more than
That's
one?
a 10. I'll give you a clue.
All right.
I've just seen the cart.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm
different game.
judging by that cart. It's another strong showing. But you know, it's what do I say? This one, you know, is it worse or better or the same?
saying
Or
lower.
the same.
Lower.
Lower or the same? Is it
Lower.
above, below, or par? I'll give you those options. Below.
There is no above though because that was a 10.
In that
So
case,
we
is
can
it
only be on
par?
par or
Anyone?
lower.
On par,
Watching is
on
wondering
par.
what I'm
Stick it
doing.
up your jump.
Lowing.
I'm gonna
Makes a
say,
mournful lowing.
actually, do you know what?
Go on.
This is my technique because
Go on.
today I've noticed that I'm wrong with everything I say. So whatever my instinct is, I'm going to go against
Go with
it.
it.
So my instinct is to say on par.
On par.
So I'm gonna say-
Stick to the jump part.
I'm going to say it's lower.
You're going to say lower?
Yeah,
Okay, what do you
because
say?
I said low about half an hour ago.
Okay.
Whilst Daniel was deliberating.
Well,
This
you know,
completely.
some people take this seriously.
Yeah,
And some
exactly.
people...
This is a serious game.
Yeah.
Biffo.
Some people just
My bum
hauntedly stare
hurts on
into
these
it.
chairs. I forgot to put the cushion on it. My special cushion.
Your special ring cushion for your grapes.
that I can poo through.
That's my bum grapes.
Yeah,
Each one of
is that
those.
how big they are?
They
Have you
really
ever had
feel like
bum
that.
grapes?
Oh yeah, loads.
Oh, loads.
I once had to wear a sanitary towel for a couple of months because I had my bum grapes lanced and there was bleeding non-stop, and they couldn't get in to stitch it, so they just said wear pads. So I
Non-stop erotic bleeding.
Sore.
had to go see Ben Folds 5 with a maxi pad on.
I bet you did.
Right, so you say below and you said below.
I said below, but I want to say on par. But I just, I'm covering all bases here. Basically.
All I will say is
Lumpar, lumpar.
you stick it up your jumper. I know I keep saying it.
On par.
Okay, can we just turn this bloody...
Right, okay, it is DuckTales by Capcom. It is on par. It's another 10. This is
He's tricked us.
this is one of my favourite
Yeah,
games of
it's
all
a
time,
classic.
regardless
It's a
of
classic.
platform. This is always at home in my heart. DuckTales, based on the cartoon series of the same name from Disney.
DuckTales.
Every day they're out there chasing.
DuckTales. It's very
It's
similar.
making, not chasing.
It's very similar though.
You
I've
hate
never.
DuckTales, don't you?
Do you?
She hates
I
it.
always used to change the channel when it
She
came on.
literally
No,
hates
wait.
DuckTales.
I would stay for the song and then change the channel.
I just hate the bit where Scrooge McDuck dives into the pool.
That's the best bit.
The pool of money.
Money.
He would brain himself.
That's the bit I wanted
He would
to
kill
say.
himself.
He would.
He
His
didn't
neck.
kill himself. He didn't. The money.
Well, perhaps he should.
Thankfully, it's a cartoon, therefore reality and physics need not
Hey,
matter.
they should do a DuckTales episode where Scrooge McDuck becomes a very populist president of America.
And then gets
Duck-
arrested.
Duckburg.
Duck America.
Duck America. United States of Duck America.
Quack America.
Yeah.
And then
United Mallards of
and then years later, after he's left office, he gets arrested.
arrested.
Yeah.
for paying off
Awkward.
or duck.
Swampy Daniels. Swampy Daniels. It pays her off. So this is DuckTales. It's got some of the finest music. It's a brilliant version of the NES original. And you know what? I played the remastered one on the Wii U
Yes.
all those years ago.
Did ya?
And it's lovely to obviously have a remastered version, but it doesn't have the heart of this.
The NES version was very good, wasn't it?
Yeah, and DuckTales 2 is very good, the sequel, but I find it's a little bit more finicky in a Mega Man-y way that I don't particularly care for. I still think there's an accessibility with this game.
I tell you, some of those Disney games back in the 90s were so good. I mean, they weren't always the same developers. There's a little flying here, you get away.
It was mostly Capcom at the start, right?
Well, yeah,
Chip and
but
Dale.
you have Virgin Interactive doing kind of the Aladdins and
Lion King.
and Jungle Book,
Jungle Book.
and they were all brilliant.
But then you had like Mickey Mania, Pinocchio,
Yeah,
all those ones.
I don't think Mickey and there was Mickey Castle of Illusion. That wasn't that wasn't Capcom, was it?
No, that was Virgin, I think. That was Virgin, was it? Oh, I don't know. But I recently, for the first time, completed Castle of Illusion on the Mega Drive, which I'd never done because it was quite hard, considering it's meant to be a kid's game, which kind of, upsets me somewhat. And the only reason I got through that.
It was, as I thought, it was Sega themselves.
Oh, it was Sega?
Yeah.
Oh, because that's a beautiful looking game, the Castle of Illusion.
Yeah.
Sega, if you're Australian.
Sega. Oh, you're one of those.
Sega.
Oh, what's his name? Would love
Yeah.
that you said that. What's his name?
John Sega.
Since Spacey's
Yeah,
YouTuber.
well, he says he worked for Sega, didn't he?
Sega. I think you'll find.
He might have worked for
Well, he
Sega.
worked for them, so he should know how to say it.
Is it Bob Sega or Bob Sega?
It's Bob Sega. That's when he comes on. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on stage, Bob Sega. Anyway, DuckTales.
All
Next
right.
cart is a black cart, which should suggest to you that it is a Game Boy Color title as well. But is it better or worse than DuckTales? Is it above par, below par, or on par?
So we're going. The last two games have been 10s.
The last two have been 10s.
Perfect game.
This might be another easy one to get a point
So I'm
for
going to
now.
say lower.
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 And the answer is Bugs Bunny and Lola Bully, Operation
Lola
Carrot.
Bully. Bugs Bunny and Lola Bully.
Sorry, Bunny.
She bullies him.
Bugs Bully would be.
Bugs Bully. He is a bit of a bully, though, isn't he, to Daffy?
He is.
Yeah.
I tell you,
And
the other
to
day, hey,
Well, who's the hunter?
well, yeah, Elmer
Fudd.
Fudd.
Who's them? Yeah.
Here's a thing for you all.
Here's a thing.
Here's a thing. Last week, we happened to be at the Science Museum. Yes, again.
Yes, we
But
did.
our daughter was doing an
nerd.
exhibit there with her. I wasn't there as a science nerd. I mainly was there to eat a big pizza, which I did.
You love that pizza.
I did. It was very nice, actually.
Forget the daughter stuff.
No, we went.
I'm there for the pizza.
We went and saw a university exhibit thing. Anyway, as we were waiting to leave, hey, that actor Toby Jones walked past.
Yeah, it was so exciting.
Wearing a little pork pie hat. I'm not kidding.
You may know
It sounds
him.
like a setup to a joke.
It does. It really does.
You may know him from The Detectorists, the best show ever.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
in the new Indiana Jones film. Blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah,
and lots
yeah,
of other-
yeah.
Anyway,
Everything.
I thought he'd make a brilliant live action Elmer Fudd
Yeah.
Yeah, he
if
would.
they ever did a live
He
action.
would.
Hopefully they never
But
will.
I
though.
think,
No,
hasn't
but-
Elmer Fudd been cancelled or something?
What?
No, what happened is when they brought back Looney Tunes for the recent HBO Max series, which are by the way, very, very, very good. Part of the
Barry?
That's weird. My brain. I said bully today. I think the teeth are in
You said Barry. Why did you say Barry?
because I meant to say very,
Oh, I see. I was like, what?
and then Barry came out
You were so
instead.
confused.
I was hoping he'd missed that completely.
That's an I'm sorry.
Yeah, Barry.
Yeah. No, so they recently they made new ones for HBO Max and they were very good, but part of the deal was because there's a lot of gunplay in the old cartoons, they think that's insensitive now, so Elmer Fudd basically doesn't have a
Can't
gun.
he just not have a gun like attack Bugs Bunny with like a hammer or something?
Yeah, because
That's so
kids can't get hold of hammers.
That's really violent.
Run him over in his car.
Yeah, but you can't do the whole duck season, rabbit season gag anymore. You have to hold a sausage or
So
something
what
instead.
does he do? Is he still a
He has
hunter?
like dynamite and a net and stuff. It's like they get around it. Like Yosemite Sam doesn't really go anymore as well.
that's fine.
But they are very good.
Yosemite
cartoons.
Sam has no guns anymore.
No.
I really like
They
the
could
new
be
Mickey
water
Mouse.
pistols.
They could.
The new
just
Mickey
did.
Mouse cartoons that have been running. They're really.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Right in my face.
I didn't mean to. It was Barry's. It was Barry's fault.
Blame it on the Barry.
Blame it on
Oh.
the Barry.
Anyway, I can't remember anything about this game other than I think it's a reasonably dull platformer.
Okay.
Right.
So
but-
that's lower.
Wait,
Finally
go on.
got
Wait,
points.
Wait, I'm going to give that a 4 based on memory alone, unfortunately, at this point. But 4. I remember it being unremarkable,
I don't
like
remember
most
that one.
Looney Tunes games that came out.
The-
Tell
there
me a
was-
good Looney Tunes game.
There was a few.
Go on.
There was a few. I can't remember the name of them. There was an Olympics one or kind of athleticsy type
Space
one that
Jam?
was very good, I think.
Space Jam is not.
Um,
It's not.
there was another one on the SNES that was very good.
I don't remember any good Looney
There
Tunes
were some
game.
good ones. There was the SNES one I'm thinking of, and I can't remember the title. Great animation.
Maybe if you know a good Looney Tunes game, why don't you type it up, put it below, and then delete the comment instantly. Next game is a yellow cartridge. Is that a clue as
Yes.
to its quality?
Yes.
So I'm going to let you go
Why?
first then. What do you think? Is it higher or lower?
Could be a Pokemon game.
Could be, couldn't it?
Could be a Donkey Kong game.
Could be a Donkey Kong game.
Higher then.
Yeah, you're going to say higher.
Higher.
I'm saying higher.
Oh, you're right to, because
Yes.
it is Donkey Kong Land 3 by Rare.
Excellent.
I gave you that one, Sanja.
Yeah, you did.
Thank
and this
you.
is also a
I
Super
appreciate
Game
it.
Boy compatible game, which means it has inbuilt colours for your system.
Oh, inbuilt colours for your system.
Inbuilt colours for your system. Because I think this is an original Game Boy game, but yeah, it's yellow. And effectively, I've always been surprised by these. A lot of people complain about them because, the original Game Boy game screen was quite blurry if you got up to
Yes.
speed in it. And obviously you need a lot of light sources. And these are quite, detail heavy,
Yes.
these titles, because they're based on Donkey Kong Country, yeah?
Yes, with the same renderware visuals.
Yeah. So it's very good that they tried to get them down to the Game Boy.
Very good that they tried.
It's very good that they tried. I don't think it's completely successful, but that's a 6. That's a 6 out of 10 for me. That
Now-
one.
Wait, hang on. I can't remember. How much was the Looney Tunes one?
That was a 4.
4, and this is a 6.
It's a 6.
I've got some
Oh,
things to
much
say.
lower
Go
than
on.
the other Donkey Kong.
Well, it's because really it was a bit of a folly to try and squeeze these games down to a Game Boy, and it's great that they tried. But I think the limitations of the screen and the cluttered level
Let
geometry.
me explain to Sanja, though, about what you're talking about
Yes.
when you say squeeze it down.
Yes, I'm going to like this.
Don't squeeze my lime. The Donkey Kong Country, have you ever heard of that game?
No.
Well, the original Donkey Kong you are familiar with.
Yes.
You're climbing up the ladders and
Yeah.
all that.
With the
Then they
barrels.
came back on the Super Nintendo with a game called Donkey Kong Country, which had these really amazing graphics that were all pre-rendered on a Silicon Graphics
Yes.
computer. And
It's
then
very ahead of its time.
scanned into the
Fancy.
game and
Digitized.
that's right,
Literally digitized.
literally digitized.
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 Now, what I will say about the Donkey Kong Country games, and I like Rare, they were a good company. They've done lots of good stuff over
yeah.
the years. I do think Donkey Kong Country is vastly overrated as a game.
Would you agree,
Because
Paul?
Personally speaking, no, but I get your opinion, and I wouldn't challenge it.
I think we were all blown away by the visuals, but as a platform, I think it's unremarkable. And not only that, I don't find the controls terribly satisfying because of the lolloping way that they run.
Yeah, true.
I find it sort of a bit. I don't know. It doesn't have that sort of. Oh, it makes me feel good when you jump or do anything.
Because you feel like you need to get momentum to get a good jump.
Yeah.
But then there's so much of the animation rolled into that getting up to speed.
That's it.
Yeah, that's interesting. But again, to get that down to a Game Boy,
that.
Still remarkable.
is still remarkable, and it's nice that they tried, because they did also convert Donkey Kong Country to the Game Boy.
Did they?
The lands are different.
Are they?
I think so. I don't remember. But anyway, based on that alone, do you think this game is better or worse or on par of Donkey Kong
Sanja,
Land? A 6 out of 10. That gets most of its points for pure moxie.
Pure moxie.
So from 6 out of 10, it's, we could go either way quite easily.
So,
I don't know. I'm going to say lower.
lower.
I'm going lower. We're just saying the same
You
thing,
copy
aren't
me?
we? Yeah, I am actually.
That's
You're
fine.
such a trendsetter.
Here comes the trendsetter. Right.
Murder up.
The answer is, it is Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy Advance, which
It's going to be higher, isn't it?
no, it's on par.
He can't squat.
I can't get on with Mega Man.
I've never been a Mega Man fan. Sorry, everyone.
No Mega Man fan.
Mega
in
Man
this
X
house.
was okay, but I'm not a big fan.
Is that the Super Nintendo
Yeah.
one? Yeah, that was fun. The problem I've always had with Mega Man and certain genre of platforms in general, and something we were talking about a little bit beforehand, is that when a game is so hard that you kind of have to scientifically know how to get through it, like
No.
it's a process rather than an exploratory system.
Yeah, I've got no
It feels
patience
like
for that.
there's no fun
I
to it.
don't.
No, I know. You don't have patience for.
I've got patience for exploring.
Have you?
I've got no patience for having to learn the mathematics of a game.
God, no.
So-
Maths.
So whilst I think Mega Man is a prime game series, I've always found that the fact that you have to kind of know it like forensically to get through it takes away some of the exploration. It's like you kind of have to do everything like everyone else would get through that level.
It is weird though that he's now part of the royal family, isn't it?
What, Mega Man?
Mega Man Markle.
Anyway, next one is another Game Boy Color cartridge. Is this better or worse than Mega Man 2, which is a 6 out of 10?
I am gonna take a punt and go. It's higher.
Oh, what do you think?
I'm
Higher
gonna
or
say
lower?
higher as well.
God's sake,
he's
I
copied-
meant higher so that we
You're a trendsetter.
we answered something different each
In
of us.
school, did you sit behind the smart kid and just go,
No, I was the smart kid.
oh, were you? So he sat
Were
behind
you?
you
Were
and
you the
stuff.
smart kid in
Yeah,
class?
were you?
Were you?
Or were you
I won't
were
be
you the swat?
I
surprised.
could just say anything and you believe me.
Well, I'm asking. It's a fair
it's
question.
Oh, my phone keeps ringing.
Oh well, this is great. A great thing to sort of just say in the middle of the video. While I'm
I
trying
know,
to
'cause
suss
it's like
away
the
out.
third time
Would you
she's-
like to go and answer it?
Yes, please.
Right, so you both said lower
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah.
And-
No, I said higher.
Oh,
said
higher. You said
And-
higher.
Oh, did I? I just copied him.
Yeah.
I just do something different. Just say lower. There's more chance
Oh,
of someone winning.
You're arguing a little bit
Does it
too
matter? I
violently
don't
for this
know.
point. You
How do I
seem to be
know?
quite confident with whatever you
don't.
said.
I'm just trying to. I'm
I
trying
can't remember
to.
if you said higher or lower.
I'm trying to read Paul.
I'm trying to read you.
No one can read me.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, I'm because
you're like an open
Biffo's
book.
insisting so much. I'm going to copy him.
All right, so I don't know whose people what.
All right, I'm going lower then.
All right, lower, and you're going to say higher. Or you're going to copy him now and say lower.
I'm going lower. I don't want to do the same as Sanja.
Wait, what did you originally say?
Higher.
And then I'll stick with the original.
Well,
I'll
I'm
stick
going
with
lower.
Higher, and you're saying lower. Well, Sanja gets the point because it's Tomb
Yes!
Raider for the Game Boy.
Not
Game
good.
Boy
It's
Color.
A shitty Prince of Persia ripoff.
It is.
How can you possibly say that's higher?
Because it's better than playing this.
You hate Prince of Persia as
I
well.
know, I do hate Prince of Persia.
But this has guns in, which Prince of Persia doesn't have.
Prince of Persia was the hardest game I've ever played in my life. Like, I don't even know how people managed to finish the game or even get past the first level.
It's weird, that game, though, because it's in real time, right? So you have to play it within the hour.
I can't remember.
I remember
All I
having
remember just slipping down and dying.
Oh, I remember
over
loving
and
it.
over
You
again.
loved it.
Yeah, I love Prince of Persia.
Surely that's the antithesis of the kind of game you said you liked.
Yeah,
So
but
it's-
back when I was a kid, I thought that game was great.
I mean, great animation.
Yeah, and it's still playable. I think you can judge a game if you can pick it up today, no matter how old it is, and it still feels like a very engaging, playable game you can get lost in.
Nightmare. It's too difficult.
It was the only game we had on our
Nicotine.
computer, and it was it
I thought
was.
this-
Not even
good.
solitaire.
That's why. Oh no, we had Solitaire. That was great. Solitaire, 10 out of 10.
Solitaire, 10 out of 10.
Oh, and Mahjong.
You should-
Mahjong, 50 out of 10.
You should
Best
work.
game
You should write
ever.
the Mega Machine or
I
whatever it
know,
was
I should.
with some of their.
Retro gamer. The real
You know what?
retro
Would it be
games.
brilliant if on Digi Level 2 we just did like solitaire, Mahjong.
Oh my god, Minesweeper.
Yeah, Minesweeper. That maze screensaver that used to be on Windows.
There's a part of me now that wants to do one episode where it's just Snake and all those.
Oh no, we've been doing Snake.
Oh, are we?
Shit, I forgot. We've got that Nokia.
I found it the other day.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Yeah, no, we are doing a Snake.
All right, that's good
Yeah.
then.
I need
like
to make
that.
sure I put it in the with the other stuff.
Yeah, no, we are actually doing Snake on
Good.
Digi Level 2. Just a little teaser there.
Bit of a taster. So anyway, look, I like this. It's not a massive step up, but I would say that's a.
Off, Cameron. Paul was talking.
Yeah.
Okay? Paul was talking, Sanja. Just
Keep the
started
secret.
inside
panicking.
your head voice.
Yes.
Like all those troublesome thoughts you have.
They are very troublesome. Where did
Intrusive
I put
thoughts.
the mobile phone for the game Snake?
Okay, stop
Who made
saying
that?
it.
THQ and IDOS and C. What does that say? Core? Is that Core?
Yeah, well, it would have been Core.
Core. That's why it was. That's why they made Tomb Raider, isn't it? It's like who made Tomb Raider with Lara Croft?
Great interview with Ian Livingstone on this channel recently. We thought it was going to go viral.
there?
Didn't, did it?
No,
We
considering.
thought it was going to get loads of views, like when Violet Berlin was on. No one cares about Ian Livingstone, as it turns out. He's just like a gaming,
Genius.
legend.
Pioneer.
Yeah,
Pin on
he,
ear.
he was at the Dungeons and Dragons premiere, for the new.
Oh,
film.
yeah.
Saw that.
That's a thing we should do for one of the Digi Deluxes.
We
should do a
are.
cat
We
sheet.
said
We
we're
are
doing Dungeons and
definitely
Dragons.
doing-
We've talked about.
Yeah, we've said this for years though. We never get
Yeah.
round
Well,
to
it's
it.
'cause
Then
there's
you
a
make
lot
me
of
smell a
setup.
shitty ball or
We're
something.
definitely-
That's better. Everyone,
it is.
comment below. Do you want us to do Dungeons and
Yes,
Dragons, or do
say
you want
yes.
Gannon to smell a shitty ball again?
Yeah, or is there a way we can combine the two?
We can do both.
A gelatinous cube.
Bumjuns and dangles.
Bungeons and gelatinous cubes.
Pungent, and pungent.
Dun bums and we can't do this. Right, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider's a solid 7. It's a solid 7.
Go on, you had one. No, sorry, Sanya's got a good one.
No, it's really-
Everyone ready for this? Sanya's got a good one. She's got a good Dungeons and Dragons poo punt. Off you go.
Go on.
Bumgeons and Dickgens. And
I mean, it was worth it.
Drink Dickens.
No, no, she's still going.
I'm there to keep on digging.
I don't remember how you say dragons.
You can't remember how you say dragons. You've just literally said, I don't remember how to say
Say
dragons.
dragons.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. Oh,
Dungeons
and dangles.
addictions.
Anyway, Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
7 out of 10. Is this cart higher, lower, or on par with the game there, Tomb Raider, for the Game Boy Color?
I'm going to let Sanya speak first.
Go on.
She
I
just
wish we
copies
could
me.
tell from the look of the cartridge whether it has been played a lot or a little
Well,
bit.
do it. Be Sherlock Holmes.
It looks it looks very new. It looks like
They've all
it
been
hasn't-
kept in good condition.
It's like
That
imperfect,
one.
immaculate condition, which might indicate that either that it's a very, very prized possession and you don't want to play it much,
Yeah.
or that you hate it.
True that I've pulled it in and out a lot. What do you say? Is this game going to be better or worse than Tomb Raider?
I'm gonna say worse.
Worse?
Yeah.
What do you think? Is this game better,
What
worse?
did you
or-
give that out of 10?
I gave that a 7.
Which is a
I'm going to say
really
better.
good
I'm going to say
score.
better.
Better.
You're just being contrarian.
I am, because I think it's more drama. If we just answer the same thing every time, I'm thinking.
know what? The
I
be-
don't need to win, but I want the
Fine, I
viewers
do.
to feel they win.
Yeah.
I need to win.
They need to see some stakes.
Do you know what? I don't care if I'm copying if I win. I didn't know what you were
down
doing.
Put the cup.
I thought you were like,
Giving up on everything. Yeah, it was close. So you're saying lower.
Yes.
And you're saying higher
Yeah,
for drama.
for drama.
Good.
So not because you really believe it.
Stop trying to second guess me.
Yeah.
Take my answer at face value and let's move on.
Well, the answer will now score Mr. Biffo 1 point because it's Super Mario 2, the 6 golden coins.
Which is a classic.
Which is a classic. It's a solid 9 or 10 out of 10, isn't it? Easily. I love this game. It's like the best of Game Boy games, where it's like, even though they're limited in their scope, there's still so much imagination and invention, and they get pretty fucking close to making Super Mario World.
That and
on
the
this.
Wario Land as well was very good.
Wario Land's brilliant.
Very good.
Very brilliant.
Do you know?
very.
Do you know who Wario is?
Yeah.
Who is he?
Evil Mario.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Do you know who Waluigi is?
Yeah.
Evil Luigi.
Yeah.
Why
He,
didn't they
he
call
does
it-
this.
Yeah. Why don't they?
Does he?
Yeah. When he
Does
wins
he
a game,
actually?
the Waluigi goes, "Yeah, how about this? How about this?
Why didn't they just call him Woolly?
Wooligi.
Waluigi. Because
Wooligi.
Waluigi. That's weird, isn't it?
Well, isn't "wa" a suffix which means bad, which is why they used it for Wario in the
Is
first
it?
place?
But
I
Wario
always thought
Mario.
it was short for war because they like fighting.
No, that's true. That's true. And in fact, this is the only game, one of the few games, Mario doesn't have to rescue his princess. It's about getting his house back.
Is it?
More games should be about, like, Mario getting his property back
Yeah.
from a neighbour.
It's been repossessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have my lawnmower back? Oh, still using it.
It's gone in your garden.
I've stabbed it. You can't have it back, Mario.
I did do that once. Did you know
You
that?
stabbed Mario's ball.
So mean.
What? I stabbed the ball that came into
Yes.
that hit my front room window.
You
Oh,
stabbed
you
it.
didn't say
It was
that.
happening. Yeah, it bloody hit the window, and
He went and stabbed it.
That's dark, isn't it?
he said, and the boy knocked at the door.
What, how old was the boy?
I don't know, 10 little shits. They were always playing.
10 little shits or
No,
10-year-olds?
10. They were little shits. Him and his mates. And
You stabbed a 10-year-old's ball.
In context. In context.
In context,
Yeah.
I had had
heartbreaking.
an entire summer of their ball hitting the window, right? And which frankly, it did eventually break one of the windows.
Oh. dear.
And showered glass over my infant daughter.
Okay, fair enough.
And I had
Fair enough.
had enough. There was very clearly a sign on the green out the front that said no ball game.
Yeah.
We'd
So they
called
were
the
breaking
police.
the
We'd
law.
called the police, and the police said we can't do anything. Sorry.
So you said, I can, and took out his knife.
I did, and I stabbed the knife, but I did it in a very subtle way. I did it through one of the seams.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And then the boy knocked at the door,
Hmm.
and I gave him back the deflated ball, and I said, "Sorry, it must have hit our rose bush."
Oh, at least you. I like the fact that you
Then-
had the gall to stab it, but that was gutless enough not to own up and take control of it. It's like, yeah, I stabbed your ball, little 10-year-old. What do you do about it?
It goes on. He went and got his dad.
Oh.
no.
And his dad came out. This guy was, clearly someone who would probably want to stab me.
Did he stab your balls?
No, he was spoiling for a fight.
Oh dear.
And then he said, "Yeah, what's going on?" I said, "Well, look, they play football there. It hits our window." I said, "I had a window broken." Blah blah blah. These are the kids, by the way, where Mr. T's stay away from my bins.
Oh really?
And
Because
also stay away from
pulled
his
my
windows.
bins over, and I told the dad everything.
So is everything that you've created based on your
So you
bitter
just, like-
resentment of other people?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
And
You
then,
just offloaded onto the dad all the woes. Like the
I told him what the
bins
kid, all this,
and-
and
yeah.
then I felt awful because then the dad walloped the kid in front of me and dragged him up the path, saying, "You wait till I get you home."
Oh no!
And not in that nice Noel Edmonds Noel's house party. Wait till I get you
I
home.
felt really awful, but
Oh, well.
also there was a tiny part of me that was like, well, maybe that's probably stopped them playing football.
Probably. Did you ever have to deal with it again?
I think they did slow down on the football and they started using the other side of the green as a goal, at least for a while.
Well, look, Mr. Daily Mail reading Biffo has now got this all off his chest. So look, Super Mario Land 2, a bona fide classic. I am surprised they haven't remastered Mario Land and Super Mario Land 2, frankly.
Yes, and I would like colour versions of those.
I think you could do quite well. What's that? Is that a hand?
So my scratcher.
Where did
Oh,
that
cool.
come from?
Is it for your back or your
Yes, a back
perineum?
scratcher. Where did it come from?
Yeah.
Alligator. It's an alligator's hat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I
Oh.
feel like I've seen it before.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was probably
In my
in your
nightmares.
nightmares. It's like when he's doing his little puppet thing, he also now has a little hand that goes with it.
Oh no, don't do that. No, don't. Sorry, I'm genuinely
See, my partner loves it. Unfortunately, my
When
pop
you do
with my
the
little
hand goose.
See, she
Yours are probably friendly and not like attacking.
yeah, no, mine are called the Duck Hand Boys, and they're
Backhand boys.
yeah, and they're a travelling gymnastics group.
Oh,
So they
that's
do
fun.
like lots of tumbles.
If like learn from that, please.
Yeah.
Like this one just attacks.
Yeah, his is more like he's inherited Rod Hall's hand. That's what it is.
That's the story, isn't it? If someone got their arm cut off
And then
replace their Rod Hall.
That's a great horror story.
Wow. That's
And
a
then, like,
short film.
Starts grabbing people's penises.
I don't know why.
Please
And then
don't have to-
have to look into where did this hand come from. You kind of trace
Yeah.
it back and get the files out. And it's Rod Hall.
he doesn't have he doesn't have an emu to cover up his crimes. Whereas like
Yeah,
he's one of those
exactly.
people. Now it's just him grabbing TV presenters.
We're making
bollocks.
that.
Yeah, we're
We're
doing
making
that.
Could
that.
work because you know, like
Yeah.
when some people who get organ transplants,
Yeah.
and they start taking
Yeah.
on the personality.
That's what this is
Oh,
the whole
please,
point.
That's really agitating.
And the short film could end with the person falling off a roof.
Yeah. Like this.
So, Mario 2 is the next game higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower, easy, way lower.
Right, and the answer is no, it's Zelda Link's Awakening.
I nearly said on a par.
You should have said on par because this is the game. This is the Rosetta Stone to my interest in gaming. The first ever video game I played, this isn't even a joke, was this. Not this version, but it was the original Game Boy Link.
It's
The
actually
Game
a
Boy.
cartridge.
Not this one. This is the DX, which is the coloured version with the extra dungeon. But I have played my friend let me borrow his Game Boy for a weekend, and the only game he had was Link's Awakening, and I fell in love with Zelda, Game Boys, Nintendo, and gaming in that weekend. So I love
That
this.
needs to be framed then.
No, not that one. That one I got in a charity shop a few years ago or something. I don't know.
Just put it out your bum then.
Just pull it out my bum. But I did like the Switch version. Pull out my bum.
Put it up your bum.
Oh, pull out my bum. And I am the human Game Boy.
Okay, we get it. We get it. Yeah, we get it.
Do we? Well, you suggested I stick it right up my arse. No, it's extra value. So, I love Zelda Link's Awakening. I love the remake on the Switch recently, which showed you that even with a little bit of a graphical update, the game still stands on its own 2 feet.
Yes.
Do you like this, or are you going to tell me you don't like Zelda?
No, I love it. Of course I love it.
Can I say, as much as like Breath of the Wild's lovely and Ocarina of Time and all those
The
3D
2D
games,
ones. Yeah, the top-down ones.
please don't stop making 2D Zelda games because they are just my
Yeah.
favourite thing ever.
Totally agree.
I think A Link Between Worlds is an amazing game that has been lost to the archive of 3DS titles now.
Yes. Yes.
Because how many of them are going to get rejigged for
I-
future consoles?
I didn't even really love the N64 ones. I missed.
I'm not. I mean, they're great, but when you start adding axes of moving around, it's like you lose the
Simplicity.
the simplicity and the involvement in the story in the world. It's hard to say, but please don't.
Who you are? They're not watching this.
They
so
might. Shigeru Miyamoto might be watching this and
I
go,
mean,
"Oh, all right, mate."
At most, you might be getting it. Ian Livingstone might watch it.
Well, no, because look,
But also, Ian Livingstone said he was going to retweet that video.
did he not?
He obviously watched it and kind of went, "Why is he
Yeah.
dressed up as a?"
Did that UFO man retweet the video that
I
he did?
I didn't even tell him that it
Put
was
it
up.
up.
Oh, that was for the best.
Yeah, maybe for the best, yeah. He's probably forgot he even did it
Yeah,
2 seconds
probably,
afterwards. He probably come up and went, "Oh, dinner." And then forgot forever.
Space dinner.
Space dinner. Oh, I'm just beaming up to the local shop.
Yeah, love,
Space-
bye, love. Bloop, 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 bloop. He's hiding behind the curtain.
I'm in space, Mum.
I'm not here, Mum. I'm in
Get
space.
out from behind the curtain. I'm in space, Mum. Right, anyway, Zelda, lower or higher, the next game. We've got 2 left.
Sanja.
Is this going to be
It's-
higher or lower, this
Got
one?
to be lower. It has
got
to
to be,
lower.
right?
Got to be
Lower.
It has to be.
Yeah,
But I'm not confident with that.
all right, well,
So-
yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously it is, but I'm going to say on a par just because.
Well, it's funny enough you say par because it's golf.
So what,
and it is
what, do
lower.
I get a point for that?
You do get a point for humour.
No
It's like QI, you
Oh,
get
so
a
it's
point for
not
being
on a
witty.
par.
No, it's lower, but you get a point for that, so that's fine.
Not a bad golf game, that.
I
Nintendo
know what
golf.
it is.
Yeah.
It's
I-
probably better than
Mario
the
Golf.
NES version.
Well, yeah, but some of those early ones like Super Tennis,
Yeah.
some of those early kind of era Nintendo sports games were bloody great.
It is weird that like their first generation of games for the NES and their Game Boy were all kind of sports based because there was baseball at the time and there was this. I mean, this is a very solid, very simple golf game.
I loved Arnold Palmer Golf.
I don't know them.
It's a Mega Drive one. Arnold Palmer had the best soundtrack, and also it had a
What kind of sound do you need for a golf game?
relaxing
Like
one. Just really chilled.
But golf's already relaxing. You don't want to relax too much.
Very relaxing.
Yeah, I want like happy hard.
You
It
want,
also
yeah,
had
you
a-
want it to like.
Yeah.
help you focus.
Had a really good.
This kind of stuff. What?
I won't get my facts out then.
Show me
It's
your
gotta be
facts.
techno.
Show me your big hairy
The fact
fact.
is, there was a Easter egg in there, a hidden version of Fantasy Zone. Is that what it was called? You remember the really
Game?
cute shoot 'em up?
Yeah, like Parodius games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where if you missed a hole 100 times in a row,
That would be me.
You got the level of.
Oh,
yeah.
I missed that from games as well.
Yeah.
I missed that. I missed lots of things.
Yeah.
Right,
Let's
next,
go back in
last
time.
game. Is
Right.
this game better or worse than golf? What do you think? This is the very final
Go on,
game.
Sanja.
Oh wait, what score did golf
I
get?
would give that a 5. It's
Oh,
fine.
that's right
I'm letting
in
you
the
guess
middle.
because you're
This
just
isn't
copying me.
fair. No, because like you, I feel like you're
It's
using.
not fair that
me-
you just copy me because you think it's somehow going to help you win, which it isn't.
It has done.
Well, yeah, only because I've gone the other way.
Yeah.
Because for drama.
For drama, you went the other way.
Yes.
Go on.
I would like you to choose.
Go on. Higher or lower than
I
golf?
refuse to answer
Hey, all right,
until you
lower.
answer.
Just fuck.
Lower than golf?
Lower,
Lower than golf?
just to make him angry for copying.
Okay, I'm changing it. I'm going higher.
I'm changing mine to higher too.
Don't be such a child.
I'll turn this show around and we'll go home. Which were you picking?
I'm picking the opposite of Sanja.
What are you picking? Because
I'm
no matter
gonna-
what
I'm
you
gonna
pick, it's going
higher.
to
I'm
be.
going to pick higher.
Oh, yeah.
Picking the opposite of Sanja.
Yeah.
In that case, I can finally relieve
myself
myself
onto the table.
I shall now do what Mega Man can't and squat and poo on your table. No, the actual final game is this: Ghostbusters 2 for Game
has to
Boy.
be
It is higher. It is higher. This is a game that I do love, but I do wish was a little more to it than the. It's a little bit basic. It's got a top-down Zelda look,
Yes.
and you have 2 characters, a bit like cannon fodder. You know, where like A
Yes.
fires and B
But
whatever.
with ghosts.
But with ghosts, and there's lots of great fun in this, but there's no real special upgrades or
Is it canon?
interesting. No, I mean, are any video games truly canon if they exist
Yeah.
to support the title?
Star Wars
I
ones.
was
are
going to
these
say, are the
days.
Star Wars games
New
canon?
ones are, yeah.
No, are they?
But which
Yeah.
canon? Didn't they change the
Yeah,
canon?
Yeah,
the new
'cause they
cans, the Star
what,
Wars
the
Jedi ones that came out.
So
they
is
are-
Shadow of the Empire no longer canon?
No. Well, I don't know, actually. It might be.
That was also a book.
That's a
and everything.
vague area because Shadows of the Empire was created by George Lucas.
Right,
So.
and it was set between New Hope and Empire.
No, Empire and
Empire.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, no. But wasn't that also multimedia? It was like a book and
Yeah, it was everything. And toys.
toys and everything. Yeah.
I have a question.
Do you?
So, you know how George Lucas created Star Wars?
Yes, I'm quite familiar with that.
If he decides one day,
Hi, neighbour. Hey, George.
Sorry, go ask your question.
if George Lucas decides one day to change something in Star Wars,
well, he
does it
can't.
automatically
He
become
can't
canon?
now.
He can't. They've pushed him out of the
He
treehouse.
doesn't own it anymore. He sold it
Oh, no,
to,
George
in his words, to white slavers.
Yeah, no, but he took all that fucking money. So what does that say about him?
Literally billions.
Yeah.
But that's not really what this episode's about. is it?
No, it's about awarding points, and I've forgotten who got points. But I'm
Me
going to
too.
presume
I can't
Sanja
remember.
now.
Sanja won.
Because I went off piece.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought I lost.
I think you win. So you've won today's star prize. It is the golden lime.
Thanks. I got a new
Great.
eye.
It's metaphorically golden.
Lime clops.
Lime clubs.
Yeah, you're
here.
lime clubs.
I'm just happy to be here.
Happened to be here.
And I
It's not happy. I just happened to be here.
Oh, just happened to be.
That's it. Yes.
So I'm going to go while I can, because between lime eyes and lime clops, whatever it is,
Lime clops.
I'm beginning to feel at risk. So thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed some of the wonderful tangents our conversation is taking during the process of this game. Please subscribe below and ring that bell for updates of future videos.
Sanja, bring back the orange tits.
Orange tits is over there. You're gonna.
You don't. I
no.
don't really want you to do that.
No, I do, because otherwise I can't play along, and I want to be lime clops.
I've sort of the video's finished, isn't it?
Yeah, but we can end by saying goodbye with all our.
Oh, we should do a Digi Live plug.
Oh yeah, in like. Oh,
Come to Digi Lime
Digi Lime.
in the sun.
can
Is
love
everyone go?
He can do it.
Be there 2 nights.
Just the two.
Show details.
It's Friday, Saturday.
Aren't you glad that you already got your tickets for Digi Live before it sells out?
I was joke before.
Can you? Why don't you vitamin C what we've got in store for you on our website?
It's gonna be a juicy time.
Why did the lemon go to Digi Live?
I don't know. Why did the lemon go to DigiLive?
Lemon reasons.